Yo, how's everyone doing? So, we got the patch notes last night. I have read through them and I've talked to them about my opinions a bit and like my inner circle and just, my thoughts. There's a lot. I don't want to dig too deep in every single character because, I mean, the patch, we're getting it literally tonight. I think the update PST time will be available to start downloading at 11 o'clock. So, we're getting it very soon. A lot of characters didn't really get too much and a lot of characters got a lot and some character, or sorry, not a lot of characters. Some characters got a lot, some characters got really, just nerfs. But overall, it's a good patch from the looks of it. I think some things were pretty lazy, but there are some good things. Again, I'm not gonna spend time on every single character. Some characters I simply just don't really care about in terms of what they got. So I'm gonna try to keep it shorter, but yeah, let's just dive into it. So first thing, we already saw from the trailer that the YRC has been changed. I was gonna say buffed or nerfed, but it's been changed, right? It obviously pushes you back. I think this is, okay, like when I first saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, it's a Happy Chaos nerf. But then I was like, oh, wait, it's Happy Chaos buff, right? He's just gonna throw a curse and just, run away. It's very funny. Overall, it affects some characters good, it affects some characters, worse. Another big thing with it is that you can now YRC Guard Crush, which is just, I think it's just lazy. I think they could have maybe done something else, but it is what it is. We'll have to see how big this is on some characters. Like, for example, Goldlewis ended up getting nerfed, but and you also have to include this, right? I don't know how big of a nerf that will be to him. We will have to see. It could be big, it could be nothing. Okay, well, obviously it's not gonna be nothing. It's gonna be big, right? For characters that run Guard Crush Pressure, right? We have to see how much it affects them. So yeah, we just gotta get our hands on the patch and actually just test by feeling. But I mean, it sounds big, right? They made risk, they changed risk, which is good. Also, risk now scales with throws, right? Which is really big. I think for characters that run strike throw, it's really big. Unfortunately for Sin, he runs like Guard Crush strike throw for the most part, when he can. And so that being wire sealable is just like, damn, that sucks. But, for characters like Kai, that's a huge buff, dude. Being able to, people that just block you out now getting punished for like, you throwing them is really, really, really big. It makes take the throw more of a, more scary. So I do like the change. Yeah, stagger, basically it'll just do it for you. Wild Assault. So they've finally given each Wild Assault like a purpose, like a main purpose, and want it to stay within that like realm. Red Wild Assault was like used for everything, and now it is strictly like the on hit tool, which is really good. Blue Wild Assault is it's worse in combos, but it is the on block tool, right? And White Wild Assault is now just strictly the neutral tool, right? You don't get a combo from it, right? It's not like it's just the neutral tool. So I've liked how they actually have given each a certain role, because I feel like at one point, Red just did everything, right? And then it felt like White did everything. So now it's just, through patches, we're now at the state where it's like, it's fair. Red being only used to be canceled on hit now is just so good, bro. The fact that it can be canceled on block. Yeah. So now we can dive into some of the character changes. Again, I'm not gonna talk too much about certain characters. Like Soul, like we can talk about Soul. Soul is relatively the same, right? I don't need to spend too much time on him. I think the first character I want to talk about is actually Kai. Kai is, okay. I'm gonna say this, and it's not because I, play Kai from time to time. It's more so that that's just how I feel. I think the change is a little overrated. I think like Kai is a huge skill check character, and I think that a lot of he has the worst offense in the game. Like, I don't think that is, we don't really need to, go too far into that. It's the worst offense in the game. I think that hard knockdown stun dipper into CSE is good. Now, if there's some, left-right setups from here to there, then that's really good as well. Because I think you'll be, plus 40 off the knockdown. We'll have to see. But, being able to get the CSE is good for him. Proper Oki. But, again, it's more of a skill check. It only applies to when shock state is applied, then the, stun dipper will hard knockdown. But, it's just, I don't know. I think it's good for him. It makes his reward better, which is one thing I wanted them to buff on the character. But, I mean, it's just a skill check character. Realistically, he's just not getting his hits from in pressure, but his neutral looks way better. Like 2S being buffed is huge because I think that move did fall off once they buff R slash. So I mean, he looks good. Like I think like these changes are really, really good. Yeah, I mean, he just looks solid. For Kai as a character, this looks good. I don't think he's crazy good, like crazy good, but I think this is a step in the right direction. So yeah, Mei. Yeah, I can talk about Mei for a bit. So I don't know, like it's good that you can't do 2S into H, or sorry, you can't do far slash into H dolphin. That's good. But 2S being a stagger is like, why? I don't really understand it. We'll have to see how good this is, but I mean, obviously it's a buff and it looks good for her. So, no, I mean, there's as much as like I think Mei just need to stay neutral or even get a little slightly weaker. I think like this is, I don't know why, again, I don't really understand it, but you know, sure. Why not? Yeah, I don't know. There's just not too much, there's not a lot here. It's pretty simple. It reads how it is. Axel. So Axel actually got some good changes. So I don't know exactly what the adjust hit stun state is, but 6K is something that is, I mean, dude, this change is really good. Now he'll be able to do 6K into Renson or the command grab, right? Which is, or you know, which is just really, really good. Snail hard knockdown it's funny because they made it so air snail hard knockdowns, but I didn't think they would go with all the way and make the grounded version of snail hard knockdown. Again, I think this is just like, I think this is something that he should have already had though. I think once they removed the vacuum effect on Raid Water, it kind of just like, they've probably just been searching for ways to like, you know, give him those compensation buffs, and I think these are them. It looks good. These are huge buffs. Will he be really, really, really good? Probably not, but he looks like he'll be a lot stronger. We'll have to see where he ends up. But yeah, no, there's some really, really good changes. Let's see. Chip. Yeah, I don't know why they buffed this character. So I thought Chip was a little overrated. I know most people started rating him around like top 7 and like towards the end of the patch. I think he's just solid because I don't believe in higher HP. But this sweep change is just really good for him. One of Chip's weaknesses that he struggles versus low profiles, and they kind of just like they just scrapped it. So, I mean, huge buff for Chip. I thought actually he was gonna get a nerf to his damage, but I was wrong. I think he does a little too much damage off certain hits, but wow, how wrong was I? Yeah, okay. Pot. So, okay, I've read through the pot change a couple times. This is just like, wow. It's not enough. He's still broken. Like, I don't even need to talk about this character too much. I mean, I think matchups where Slidehead was, like, needed, like, versus zoners and whatnot, I think those matchups for him will be, like, will feel a lot worse. So I think Pot will, like, actually have some matchups where it's like, damn, like, I really needed this. I also like the change that they've done for the big bodies where, you know, they've made, like, Goldlewis and him both got health adjustments, which I think are good. And then there's Guard Crush YRC, which is good. I think one thing I forgot to mention is Super PRC is now gone. So him not having that, so worse defense, taking more damage, and then, like, some other nerfs on top of it, I think are good, but, I mean, there's just not enough. Like, he's still gonna be like top 5 most likely. Yeah, but again, we'll have to get the changes on our hands later today and see. Faust. So Faust, I mean, in my opinion, I think Faust got nerfed just slightly. I think Super PRC being gone for him is like, whoa. Yeah, removing the stagger effect is interesting. I don't know. 6H, interesting. But the far slash change is good. Overall, just not much here. Just, yeah, I don't know. There's just not much to talk about. Not much here. Millia. So, okay. This change is weird because I think that Millia losing... So, Artemis no longer putting you in stagger. And instead of ground bouncing, was that what it was? Yeah, it launches opponents. So, it makes you wonder... Mid-screen, she's probably not going to get anything. But we'll have to see if it's like a hard knockdown. Like, if you get hit by it, are you going to get hard knockdown into pressure, right? In the corner, you'll probably get a combo, so I guess it strengthens her offense. Maybe in the corner, you'll get like because I believe it wall bounces. So I think you'll be able to get like a legitimate combo, making her non-disc pressure, or sorry, making Millia's pressure outside of disc pressure better, which is something that she struggled with. So yeah, we'll have to see how much this affects her. I just need to see what this change looks like in the mid-screen, and that kind of just determines everything. And then the disc getting expanded hitbox forward is really big. Like far slash disc being more consistent now is a really good change. I think the only inconsistent thing she has now is like far/5H working. But now far/disc working is like I mean, that's the buff she needed, so she's definitely got buffed. Zato, nothing much here except the new move. We have to see how good it is. It looks really good, but I'm not gonna give my, as someone who's played Zato, I'm not gonna give my thoughts on the new move just yet. I want to sit with it a bit, just a little. I'm gonna talk to some people. Maybe I'll make a video of Sechi if he's down to do it, and after like a week, and we'll really dive into how good this move is. But just alone, the life gauge recovery for Eddie being better is a lot better. Like, that instantly makes the character no longer low tier. Like, that is really, really good. Yeah, just this change alone changes a lot. Plus the new move, again, we need to see. So Zato is for sure, but off looks alone, it looks good. So Zato, I'm gonna say, is the big winner. Ram got some hits, bro. Oh my gosh. Probably the second most nerfed character in this patch. Like, this is just so crazy to me, dude. Rock being minus on block and then vacuum, dude. The vacuum being increased on Rock is, I maybe this will make her combos better, but like it being +7 to -4 is just so crazy to me, bro. Like, but again, it's 3 frames faster, so maybe there'll be some combos that you can use it for. But yeah, that being minus is huge. We don't know what the change hit stun state of the opponent is for Daru. I'm not sure exactly what this means. I don't know why it's not stated here, but that just sounds like a big change. And maybe you don't get launched as high, maybe you don't get launched, maybe it restands again. I don't know, we'll have to see. Let's see it. Yeah, they made air flip worse, which is good. It's still gonna be plus on block, I'm pretty sure, but no one really uses this because it gets 6 speed. The sword, I mean, this is the main nerf right here, right? The swords, huge changes, making it just seem less like Ram just presses button and then makes you block, and then you feel like you just lost the game. So a little bit less of that is gonna be good. Making her 2D bigger, they've already done this, I believe. They've already done this before, in like a way long ago. So we'll have to see if it's actually good this time. Again, her K normals are just so good that I'm not sure if her 2D, with how short the animation is, can actually keep up, but we'll see. And then JH, like, this is, oh my gosh, dude, like, wow, God is great, man. God is great, bro. Yeah, no, all the glory to him. But yeah, Ram got some hits, man. Like, these are some nerfs and not really compensations. So it's just like, I don't know. We'll have to see. Leo, okay, this character looks pretty much the same. I won't lie. Like, I think, so HDP, it leaves you closer to them, but it no longer hard knockdowns. So we'll have to see what the Oki looks like after that. Maybe you'll get the run through as a meaty, which is still just really fucking good. Maybe you'll only get a close slash. We'll have to see what that looks like for the most part. But the fact that he can't go into his pressure shut off, you know, hitting you with the K normal is really good. No, well, not for him, right? We'll have to see how the back turn H is still gonna be fast as shit. His wall assault combos are still gonna be insane. His back turn neutral is still gonna be insane. Like, his neutral in general is still gonna be insane. Like, there's just not enough here. Like, Leo is still gonna be a really, really, really good character. I wish there was a little more. I just wish there was a little more. For him and Pot, and especially like maybe even Nago, right? I just wish there was a little more. Nago, he's basically the same, but Beyblade, you can just, you know, you can walk back now without, you know, being worried about Beyblade. It won't hit you because it's no longer a low. So, I mean, that is good. Yeah, I don't know. I just wish a little bit more done for Leo, dude. Like, this character needed some nerfs, bro. This character was so strong. I don't know why. Gio, she's pretty much the same. I don't really need to talk about her. Anji is, okay, this is the weird one. This is such a weird change. So, spinning the fish went from +11 to -2, and increased pushback on block, which is really funny. Reduced guard crush duration as well. And then 2H just got reworked. So, it's slower now. So, it's 22 to 27. And then it's now -4 to +6. Reduced knockback as well, so it leaves you a little closer. I think this is like, dude, this is such a weird change, dude. It's like a pressure reset, but like, I don't know, I guess they just don't want you to be a Fujin bot anymore. They want you to expand your options, but in return, his neutral's a little worse. Yeah, I don't know. This is just, it looks insane, right? But we'll have to see how good it actually is. Of course, there's still things like IBFD and all that, so we just gotta see how good this is, right? We gotta see how good it is on FD. We gotta see, you know, there's just so much that goes into it. Eno, I think Eno really benefits from the system changes, but in terms of how, like these nerfs on a lot, like I think maybe they could have gone a little harder on her, but I mean, we'll have to see how good the 5H is. I mean, she already feels like she combos off everything. We'll have to see if the MLA change actually affects her combos. Like, you know, there's just not much that we know, right? We have to get our hands on it, but I mean, she looks pretty much neutral. Goldlewis. Okay, so people are jumping in the streets, like, so happy about this. So JD 10-4 is really big. I mean, that's, wow. It's just such a good change. Him taking more damage is really good as well. And removing Super PRC, where he was one of him, Testament, and Faust were like the main abusers of Super PRC in my opinion. So the fact that it is now gone is really big for them. Like nerfs, right? JD into air, no longer hard knockdowning. Really good. Great nerfs. But yeah, I mean, the only issue, like, and then obviously White Wall Assault's weaker as well. My only thing is, like, for him and like upcoming, like, you'll see like Sin, like, I wish they gave them some reverts to their normals. Like they're butchering their neutral, but like, and like their confirms off like their neutral hits, but like I think maybe they could have, like, you know, if you're gonna make them play without these tools, I think they should give him something. Like I don't know, but yeah, you know, huge hit for Goldlewis. We'll have to see how that looks for him. I think he'll still be good. And also you got to realize YRC guard crush now, so like him and Sin are just like they just took some huge hits. Jacko, I'm not gonna really talk about her. She looks the same. And then, all right, I'm not gonna rant too long about this, but like, come on, guys, like, what are we doing, bro? Like, how, dude? Happy Chaos is like the main winner from the system changes yet again. Like always, he just always wins from the system. The system just loves Happy Chaos. I mean, I don't know what they were thinking of giving him Crusader's Wall from DNF, but I don't think it will even be that good for the most part, and it does cost HP, so you probably won't really see it. Maybe it'll be like some niche situations, but who really cares for the most part? Success nerf is great, but I mean, he's still gonna have same combos, everything. Like, it's just, I don't know, man. He's so, like, you fly so high in the air, you're so plus on hit. Like, you all have time to just run up and do combos and whatnot. We'll have to see how much the success nerf really is. 2S is like, it was whiff punishable for the most part before, so like now it's just gonna be like really out there. It's gonna look like Sin Far Slash but on a 2S in terms of recovery, so really big, like that's a good nerf. But I mean, he just went from the system so hard that he's relatively like way better. I already thought he was a top 3 character. He's never left since his release, and now he's probably just the best character in the game. Like dude, like you gotta nerf Gunshot, like with Gunshot, you gotta nerf fucking J2K, you have to nerf Curse, moving him backward, like, you gotta nerf his pressure, you gotta nerf his neutral, like, in terms of, like, the actual, like, gun. Like, this just isn't enough. Like, they need to, I don't know why they're so hesitant to nerf some of these characters. Like, you're gonna see the Sin changes, like, in a bit, but, like, after looking at the Ram change, like, do you think Ram was that much better than Happy Chaos and Nago and, like, you know, Leo and May? Like, that, you know, I don't know. Baiken, who cares? I don't care. Testament, really good. So reduced knockback meaning 2D, and then H Reaper, like the upwards one, and then going into 5K into, right, like, it looks good. Crow now making it so the opponent no longer text on landing, like, you're trolling, bro. Like, I don't know, why are they giving them this? It doesn't make sense. Overall, I mean, these are just really big buffs. But Super PRC being gone for them is, like I said, Faust, Pot, Goldlewis, Testament, right? Like, those characters losing Super PRC is really big. So I'm happy with this. But in terms of like this change, like the Crow hard knockdowning now is just like so fun to me. They've made 6H hard knockdown, and now they're making this hard knockdown, so we'll see. Bridget, I don't care. Who cares? I don't. Sin, oh my gosh. Moment of silence. Oh my gosh. Okay, dude, what the actual fuck were they thinking, bro? They slaughtered this character. Like, these are such big nerfs, bro. Okay, so let me talk. Okay, so let me address this. My gosh. Okay, let's just start from the top. Elk Hunt. So they removed the scrubbiness of the character, right? So Elk Hunt is now, it can't be, if it's the first hit of a combo, it no longer launches, right? Okay, so essentially it's just gonna send you full screen. Well, okay, sure. Hoof Stomp, you cannot get a combo mid-screen anymore. It has to be in the corner. But we're gonna assume that you not only have to spend one stamina to get a combo if it's in the corner, which sounds good, right? But it's okay. Oh my, okay. There's just so much I want to say. Okay, so 2K is no longer burst safe or YRC safe. Big driver reduced tumble duration, which wasn't in the description, but now it's here. This means that you won't be able to get a close slash off like big driver follow up and then you do the gazelle step. You won't be able to get a close slash. Will you get a 2K? It depends. I believe it's a 7-frame like follow-up, so it's now going to be, if it's reduced, that means, yeah, you can't get a close slash. If they went hard, that means you won't be able to get a 2K. If they went further than that, then you won't be able to get like anything. So if he can't get a 2K, this character, I mean, you can't get close slash, so this character is already very bad. Like, that already alone is really bad. If you can't get 2K, he's dead, essentially. And I'll talk about why in a bit. Elphelt, yeah, adjusted launch height when is the first hit in a combo. This is like, dude. I mean, that's not it. That's not it. Then the last change, decrease the height after ground bounce, right? Change opponent, right? Basically added the wall bounce effect, but you can no longer get a combo in the mid screen. This is just such huge hits. The main thing that I'm thinking about is his offense. So he already went from having the worst offense in the game out of the relevant characters. Maybe, okay, well, I guess Kai was somewhat relevant to most, so second worst, but now, like, he is the worst offense, like, in the game. YRC Guard Crush is such a big nerf for the character. He still has the same stamina gain, like, you know, they obviously before it was really fast, and then with Season 4, they made his move stronger, but the stamina comes back slower. People don't realize this, but his mash costs stamina as well, right? 2P, 6P. Big driver then the follow-up cost stamina, right? His mash already cost it. He's really expensive, and like this just makes it so is like you buff the special moves to fit with the slower stamina because the special moves have increased properties and they're stronger. But now they're weaker, and the stamina effect is still the same. So it's like, what are we doing? Like, it's horrible. I mean, like, his offense, no more overhead mid-screen, right? Like, I mean, that's just horrible. No more, like, calling out certain moves with Elphelt and getting a combo. I don't even think Elphelt was that good at I think he was one of the, like, he was far off from being one of the better neutral characters in this game. It's just the fact they didn't revert, like, far slash or reduce the recovery or make it faster or revert, like, 2S. None of that. Like, they nerfed they butchered his combos. Like, his offense, dude, if Sin doesn't have 50 bar and you're in the corner or even in the mid screen and he doesn't have meter, why won't you just block high? Just block high. Like, he already had some of the worst, like I said, he already had some of the worst offense in the game. The worst offense in the game with very linear options when he was lower in stamina. People don't realize this too. It's like, okay, well, if he hits you with Elphelt, just like take that hit and keep going. Dude, he's minus on hit. Like, I just don't understand the direction that they're trying to go with this character. He needs some sort of revert or to something, like make eat useful, make far slash, make his normals better. They made his normals worse, like outside of JS, but they made 2K worse. Like, I don't understand like the process. Like, he's gonna have the worst offense in the game. I don't know why I don't know why they decided to go with these changes. If you were playing at a higher level, Sin's offense just wasn't a problem. Like, the overhead wasn't an issue for anybody. So I don't know why it's all of a sudden like we have to just take it out of the game. I don't know. I think if you're making his special moves weaker, then you have to make the stamina bar like more forgiving. Like, straight up. No combo off Elphelt if it's the first hit. No combo off. He's so meter hungry now. Like, he requires meter to make you care. If he doesn't have meter, what is he gonna do? He can't car super. He can't RC. He's just sitting there minus on hit, right? Like, a lot of times, like for example, some situations you would do in the corner, if you delayed the follow up enough, you'd be able to get like a 2S pickup. So if you did like a big driver and then delayed the follow up, you'd get like a 2S pickup, right? And you can't get that anymore because they reduced the tumble effect. If you hit them with Elphelt and then the follow-up in the corner, you got a whole combo for one stamina. You can't do that anymore. I don't understand the like where they're going with this character. Overhead is dead. I only like, how is his offense mid-screen gonna look? They should have at least made it so elk hunt and then the follow-up hard knockdown. It sent you full screen and then it hard knockdown you, so he was able to run up and get his turn and put you in a corner where he wants to be, so he can try using the hoof stomp follow-up. They didn't change the recovery on the hoof stomp follow-up either, so like you're still gonna be there and play. So my guess is you're gonna have to be like right in the corner, like the opponent's back to the wall to actually get a combo. We'll have to see, but like, dude, his mid-screen offense is done. Like, literally just block high. Like, just block high. Like, if you're in the corner, just block high. Like, what are you scared of? How is he gonna combo you? This is so bad. This is horrible. But I mean, they made Jump S better. Sure, dude. I'm enough ranting about Sin. I don't want to make this a Sin video, but like, I just don't understand what they're doing. Ben, I don't care, bro. Asuka, his changes were just so like, they really want to steer away from Test Case 3, so they give him some other things. I think they just basically buffed Test Case 2. Making Test Case 2 like better is right, and then making his super better too. I think they realized that this nerf was a little crazy. So yeah, Test Case 2 is looking like it'll be good. But no return to the fire cube, so I don't care. Johnny, okay, so Johnny actually got some big changes. Again, we know the backdash is worse because we see the frame data right there. But we have to see how much that this change actually, the changes to his forward dash actually affect his pressure, right? Like, I don't know, is he not going to be able to, like, is throw not going to be threatening anymore? Like, is he not going to be able to throw you out after a lot of his setups? Like, we need to see exactly what the changes and how slow the character is and how much shorter he moves, right? Depending on how bad it is, this character is shot. Like, really bad. Like, really, really bad. Like, down there with Sin and Ram in terms of nerfs bad. But if it's something that like you can get past, we'll have to see. The Volt change is really good, making it easier to deal with, and now it'll always be 6 speed, right? Volt deal PRC being like nerfed is really, really good. 5H and Far Slash, sure. Those changes are just like slight nerfs, but like those are more you can get around. The backdash, the forward dash, and Volt are just really big changes. Really, really, really big changes. So we'll have to see. Again, this could be really, really bad, or just like nerf, but like he's still strong. We'll see. Elphelt, I think Elphelt benefits from the system mechanics. I think they made her less scrubby, right? With the record changes, basically making it so you can't like repeat options after the reset, right? You kind of have to just like stop just knowledge checking people, which is cool. The bomb now disappearing if Elphelt is an hit stun is really, really, really nice. I think a launch effect after the strike. So Elphelt's bomb grab used to be a command grab, and then they changed it to a strike. Now that strike part where she like puts it on you and pushes you away, now it's a launch effect. So it'll be interesting to see. And they just made her combos a little more consistent with the use of 5HH being a little better. So overall, about the same or maybe slightly worse in my opinion. A.B.A. So one thing with A.B.A. is, okay, so strike throw is supposed to be bad on her because it drains her throw animations. Like, it's not too long, but like she scratches at you a couple times and then like, you know, throws you on the ground. Now that the meter is going to be paused during that time is really, really big. It means her strike throw is going to be a lot better. So meaning that Jealousy will have more options to be used, you know, more options out of Jealousy realistically, which is really good for her. So, I mean, obviously a really big buff. Slayer, Master's Hammer is worse if you're able to avoid it, but now you can YRC Guard Crush, which is really big. So if you ever do get put in the situation where you block it, you can just YRC. 2P and 5P being able to go into K-Mappa is really good. I mean, corner carry, right? You no longer, I think 2P and 5P in the P-Mappa wasn't the greatest situation for Slayer because he was like only +2. And like it was spaced and like, you know, there was just so much RPS that could have, you know, that could happen. He had like call out different options. So I think this change is good for him. You know, 2H being a little worse, that's fine. But I mean, they've already nerfed 2H before, so it's just a little worse. So it's just worse now. But I mean, yeah, still plus everything. Frame data remains unchanged on Master's Hammer and if you block it, so we'll have to see how good he is overall, but I think he does benefit from he like benefits, but doesn't. He's like neutral, I think. Slayer is probably about the same, in my opinion. Dizzy got some changes, bro. Holy shit. So they gave 2S a reason to be used. So now, before you always just match 2D, but now they made her 2S really good. And her 2S, dude, The frame rate on it is crazy. It's 10 frames, it's like 15 recovery. So the fact that it goes further is really good. Far slash hurtbox decreased, really good for how far it goes. It's like 5 or 6 hits, 4, 5, whatever hits. And, you know, hurtbox is better. And people don't realize too, but dude, her hurtbox at the feet is non-existent, right? Like it's like, so it's really hard to use a low to actually counter that move. So the fact that they made the you know, just the hurtbox on the move itself like better is like, wow, I can't believe they did that. Let's see, the ice pillar is now changed active frames from 16 to 36 is, wow, it's just so good. And then S sword also now hard knockdowning is just really, really good. She still struggles. She's still going to be pretty bad on defense because she doesn't have a realistic confirm off, you know, 2P and whatnot. But I mean, her neutral is just looking insane, bro. Like, wow. And then finally, basically finally is Venom. I mean, Unica, who really cares? I don't know. I don't really care. But in terms of Venom got a lot of changes. So one thing that we complain about for Venom is that his damage was just so low. So they buffed his damage, already really good. They made normals better for hitting the balls, which is, I mean, really good. I think 5P having, this one's really, like, really good. Increased ball movement speed when hitting the ball with 5P is really, really good. The balls will stay on the screen, so they do 10 more damage, and they stay on the screen for more than double the fucking frames. 300 frames, which is, what is that, like 5 seconds? Am I wrong? Yeah, like 5 seconds. So now you're able to use if you use 5P, for example, or 2P, you'll have like 5 seconds if you want to use the ball again instead of it disappearing so fast. Really, really big. They made Carcass, so -3 to +5, making his strike throw even better. And you gotta remember the risk change benefits him because now if he's building risk, his throw will deal more damage. And also his command grab as well, making, you know, these pressure changes make it better for more situations for his command grab to be used, which is really, really good. Again, just damage buffs, pressure buffs. I wish they would have buffed 6K. That move was a little underwhelming at times, but, you know, it's whatever. But, I mean, his neutral just looks insane. Again, his off the bat just low, like, just confirms in general. Oh, I didn't even see this. Expanded the hitbox for non-charges. Like, wow. Okay. You know, that's really good. We'll have to see. Maybe, you know, maybe if his whiff punishing game will be a little better now. Maybe the QV will go far enough to help him get, like, actual hits off, you know, whiff punishing. So if that's true, then, dude, really, really good. Will he be, like, broken? No. Will he be strong? Maybe. Like, dude, this is, well, I mean, yeah, we'll have to see. It's interesting. Overall, I made a slight little chart based on my thoughts. Johnny, again, Johnny could be here, he could be here. Okay, well, probably not here, but he could be here or here. We'll have to see. We need to get your hands on the actual notes. These two characters are definitely the most nerfed. These are some slight nerfs, in my opinion. Elphelt can maybe be here. You know, you have characters like Slayer that could be here. Anji maybe could be here, but again, we need to get our hands on the notes. Again, this is just like my predictions and on what I see when I first read the notes. So we just have to, from here, we just have to sit and wait. Happy Chaos is the best character in the game. He's been top 3 since his implementation in the game. And I mean, he's just the GOAT of the game. He's just the best. I mean, as he should be. It's Happy Chaos, bro. He ain't never left. These are definitely the winners. Again, just because they're winners doesn't mean that they're going to be very, very, very strong, right? They're just a lot better than how they were, right? They were just so much weaker compared to the rest of the cast that now they will be able to be, like, playable. Especially these two. Or these 3, I should say. Kai was already, like, somewhat playable. No, these two were just really, really bad. These two had their issues, but some of them have been fixed. These characters look buffed. Some a little more buffed than others in this tier. Like, I think Chip is maybe, like, the most buffed. Like, Chip and A.B.A look insane. Axel and Testament, their changes look really good. Millia, you know, these changes look really good. Asuka changes, I'm not the biggest on, but, you know, it's fine. And Bedman got some good changes as well. And then these characters are just around the same. Maybe Eno goes here because it looks like the system helps her out a bit. Right, maybe Unica goes here, but I don't really care too much for it. But overall, these are just my opinions. I want to hear everyone's thoughts on what you guys think of the patch. But yeah, that's it for me. We'll get the patch later tonight. More videos coming soon. Maybe some breakdown character guides or like with people and whatnot again. So be on the lookout for that. But thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, editor, and I'll catch you guys later. Take it easy.